Hey guys, Tari here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Crossroads, playing for you today. Spawning in the north, we have Sturm Tiger Bulgakov, playing as OKW, and his loadout is Breakthrough, Scavenge, and Overwatch. It's currently about rank 50 to 60 as OKW. Facing off against him will be Lotus, and his loadout is Lend Lease, Partisans, and Mechanized Support. Currently about rank 30 to 40 as Soviets. Don't know if I've covered that many games on Crossroads. I think overall it's a pretty good map. Maybe this resource point down here, maybe not necessary. There are a lot of standard resource points on this game, which makes it a very high resource map as a result. Oh, this is going to go badly. He's charging in with the combat engineers though, drawing the fire, allowing his conscripts to get close without taking any damage, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to win this one. Here come the Sterns from the south. Oh, and he gets the Pioneers. That's a horrible start there for Lotus. This is so hard to deal with at the moment as Soviets, when OKW player just rushes towards your fuel and then does capping with their Kubel on the other side of the map. Very hard to deal with. Because Volks communities are so much better than conscripts at the moment. And of course, I mean, it goes without saying that Sturms are far superior to combat engineers. So they have quite a large advantage until you can field a Maxim or a Dishka. But since the nerf to the Maxim, even that's not a sure bet anymore. Quite hard to use nowadays due to the timing nerfs. They come out a lot later, and then the setup time nerfs as well, making it very hard. But as you can see, Bulgakov has gone for Overwatch. That's why you're seeing those flare trap on all the points, which means his scouting is going to be excellent this game. And this was a curious decision, probably a bad decision by Lotus. I'm surprised he didn't just try and cap his fuel, set up a more established line. He's going to try to do some harassment with these conscripts though. And these things always give me a bit of a fright when they go off. I always think I'm losing my guys to tripwire flares or something similar when they pop off. And the thing is, they actually, if you come in and then set off the trap and then leave, then the trap just automatically resets. It's not like a one-time thing per cap, it just resets itself after you leave the circle. Well, I just tried to set a mine trying to slow this, but nice early minesweepers here by Bulgakov, and may even lose his combat engineer squad. Oh, this is no good. Yep, there it goes. Maxim set up now, but fails to suppress in those first two bursts, as you might expect at that long range. And now things are very hard for him. He's got to worry about trying to play on the flanks. So yeah, I mean, this is just a horrible start for Lotus, honestly. 2 combat engineers down. He's had very poor fuel control. And there's actually a Goliath in production at the moment. A truck coming shortly after that. Maxim trying to work on these guys behind heavy cover here, but not getting suppressed, and they keep sniping the gunner. I think the Maxim's going to lose this engagement unless the suppression comes through sometime soon. Alright, Conscript's going to Ura around the side. Maxim changes targets. Good decision. And actually the gunner didn't die there. There's a model further away, so there we go. This guy's finally forced off, but man, Lotus has had massive amounts of trouble pushing them away, and that I feel his pain these days is it's so hard to beat Volksgrenadiers with conscripts. Some cut-off play here coming down. This is just a bad idea. I would never recommend putting down sandbags on your own cut-off. Just because they always seem to backfire. Like every time. He could be just sitting in this cover here right now. And imagine trying to push out here and all this negative cover into your cut-off. Just about impossible. Even putting the sandbags, on the very far edge, like you see players do, I still wouldn't recommend that, because then they could neutralize it and then come back around and still use it as cover. Well, once again, a lot of harassment going down, and there's the Goliath sitting on the sandbag here, waiting for a target to ambush. But Lotus is in deep trouble. Hasn't had very good fuel control at all. Probably worrying about a mechanized rush. Luke's coming out shortly. I mean, it's getting around that time, 8 minutes in. And because his fuel control's been so poor, definitely should be thinking about a ZIS. But, unbeknownst to him, we're actually going to see a battle group coming out of Bulgakovs. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake, but Lotus has gone for mechanized support, so we're going to probably see some guards from him very shortly. Just get set off twice. Briefly tries to put down some sandbags, but yeah, now Uraing. And why are they going so slowly? Why are they running so slowly when they're in Ura? What's going on there? Oh, that was a conscript squad, I believe, in the garrison there. So that Goliath actually comes good there, and that's actually a pretty good spot, to just ambush whatever unit jumps into there. I suppose kind of lucky for Lotus that there wasn't a Maxim, but it's about all you can say was lucky about that particular exchange. So he suffered just a crazy amount of losses. 2 comm engineers and a conscript now with very poor fuel control, but has managed to field the T-70. And this T-70 needs to do some big damage here. This guy's gonna get the wipe here. One more flame burst. Yep, there we go. He's paying too much attention over here. Oh, got the sneezes. Sorry. People dances away from those conscripts. So right about now, Bulgakov needs to be thinking about getting down his tier 4 tip. Needs to get that Schwer down. In fact, probably should already have the Schwer down. If you're doing this strategy and you're going for the battle group first, going for fast tier 4, quite important. Oh, Goliath goes off, doesn't quite get the squad though. But yeah, quite important that you get your tier 4 down very, very quickly, because once that T70 hits, you don't have very good mobile anti-tank because you don't have access to the Lux or the Puma. It's very important you get your tier 4 down to lock down a large amount of territory and deny that to the T70. And imagine if he had it around here, around this cutoff and BP area, probably would have denied that T70 going in for the kill there. Oh man, that was very, very greedy by Lotus. Should have popped the crew repair there. As you may know, I think that was a Micro Tips and Tricks 3. Pop that self-repair means you can take one more anti-tank shot. Instead of dying to 2 shots like we saw there. But some players, they try and just rely on getting out, because it is a very expensive ability in terms of munitions. But in that situation, definitely was needed. But yeah, as I was saying, having not put down that tier 4 and that T70 was really running amok. Bulgakov lost a lot of map control. And he's actually lucky that that T70 went down there, because otherwise probably wouldn't have been able to set this Shrew up yet. Actually, probably would have actually double Rakins. This is T70's worst nightmare, honestly. Double click Rakins, very good counter to the T70. And boy, this VP has been decapped for such a long time. You can see how far behind Lotus is getting as a result. Yeah, the guards got the LMGs upgraded as well, making short work of these folks. See Goliath trying to come around the side here.
Marking and targeting of vehicles is now available.
This is a good push by Lotus. Oh, but there's a Goliath. Here it comes. Oh, it gets revealed. Oh, 2 squads! Oh, wow. Oh, that is devastating. I did not think that I was going to get 2 squads. I thought that other 6-man squad, but they were so spread out that the Goliath gets them both. Oh, man. Bulgakov here. Playing some very, very lethal stuff. And Lotus just... Yeah, I mean, he's suffering a lot of wipes. Largely for his own... through his own actions there. I mean, it probably should have just mass retreated there instantly. And I think that second 6-man squad would have survived if he had done so. That's unfortunate. Gunner dies as he crosses the negative cover road, very much negating that sprint attempt.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
And that is one thing I am looking forward to in the upcoming patch, whenever that is going through that balance patch. The reduced grenade range while suppressed, because at the moment Vox Grenadiers against the Maxims, they just charge into them head on, toss those incendiary grenades off, and force your Maxim to retreat. Pretty much every single time. It's very hard to use the Maxim since all those nerfs. So I'm looking forward to that change, perhaps leveling the playing field somewhat. Because if you consider it, like Soviets It's only their elite infantry that really toss grenades that often. Don't see much Molotov play these days. For the Molotov range, I mean, that will be incredibly short. If you get suppressed and try and toss a Molotov, it'll be like a millimeter. You have to be right next to whatever you're trying to throw it on. So double overs here by Bulgakov. Doesn't have any call-in infantry to rely on, of course, going for Overwatch. And now he's trying to just destroy this garrison with his requisits. This seems a bit unwise, and he agrees. Still, I mean, despite all these wipes, this map control situation, it hasn't been that good. These Maxims are doing a pretty good job stopping him as he comes out of the base. There's a predictive grenade, hoping that they'd charge in a bit further, but they did not, so it's largely off target.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
You gotta be careful. Oh, those guards are very narrow escape there. And he's going for another squad of guards. He's got the munitions to upgrade them as well. Might as well go for some more guards. They're going to have a lot of trouble against these ogres. Ogres are a lot more efficient with their received accuracy bonuses. So in the manpower game they should trade quite well, and Bulgakov actually not being able to afford another LNG upgrade because he spent so much on Goliaths. But I mean, they've been working. They've got plenty of wipes so far. Very interesting to see what Lotus does to counter this Panzer IV, because you know, still about 3 CPs away from the ISU 152. That Panzer IV could do a lot of damage in that time, and I don't think guards alone will be able to keep it at base. Still hasn't got AT grenades either, but I mean, he has been doing pretty well for fuel the last few minutes and been putting a lot of harassment on Bulgakov's fuel in return. And these double requisits really just occupying PopCap space at the moment. I'm not sure what the timing was on the second requisit, because if he started that after he killed the T-70, that was a major misplay. And man, bundle grenades, I'm not looking forward to that change if it actually goes through. Those things are going to be so ridiculously overpowered. A lot of flares going off, and there we go. Now AT grenades come through. Lotus gets one off. I mean, if you're not strapped for munitions, you may as well just chuck those AT grenades.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Maxim gets away, and yeah, Lotus perhaps slightly belatedly goes for an SU-76. I think that's the right call in this situation. It's going to need that more mobile anti-tank, and in conjunction with his guards and AT grenades, should be able to keep that Panzer IV at bay quite effectively. And also, once the 152 comes out, will be good support for that. And man, Bulgakov floating a lot of manpower right now. Looks Looks like he's going to put down his next tech truck. Maybe he's thinking about going for a King Tiger.
Su-76 ready for action.
I wonder what the sight radius is like on this, because you know that is one of the benefits. The trucks have great line of sight. But yeah, honestly, Bulgakov maybe should think about getting an ISG and just plonking it down around here. It's got the manpower spare. It would be quite effective against these Maxims. And I actually had this done to me a while ago. Somebody had quite a forward battle group. In fact, on this very map, same spawns. I think our Soviets as well. They went double ISGs, and because of the protection afforded by that Schwer, on this map they brought them right forwards and like laser guided accuracy, just tearing through my troops.
The command vehicle has gone static. HQ operations now underway.
Okay, so now the other squad Obers finally gets an LMG, and this is a pretty nasty blob here. He's going for another squad of Obers. 3 squads of Obers. As I said, I think he'd be better served. Oh man, there was massive misplay there. Oh, why did he just panic retreated that Maxim? I don't know what that was about, but yeah, misplay there by bringing that second Ober squad close enough to that first one that was being fired upon, close enough for that AoE suppression to target the second squad. We've taken a slightly wider path. I mean, the Maxim's AoE suppression is much lower than other machine guns. Maximum and Dishka. I think their radius is 10, whereas other machine guns are 13. Yeah, if that Ober squad had taken a slightly wider path, could have avoided that. But I mean, I suppose the result was the same. Machine gun ended up retreating anyway. Is that a third squad of guards? So we've got 3 squads of guards versus 3 squads of Obers. I don't think I've ever seen this in a 1v1 game. And a fresh Goliath. Where's that? Here it is. I haven't really talked much about the Goliath. I mean, I think it's pretty good. It's just the rest of this command is not that great. And if Lotus hadn't lost so many squads so far, I think this game he'd probably be ahead right now. He just had a really dreadful start. But yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good map. Oh man, what is he doing with this Panzer IV? Oh, wow, he managed to wreck that machine gun. That's what he's doing. I'm very impressed. Double Raketins moving into position, but revealed their position there. Ooh, and that looks like a guard squad. No. Combat Engineer squad went down, and they dropped their flamethrower. I think that Lotus noticed. Either, which is a shame, because I mean, flamethrower on a conscript squad is very excellent. And any weapon on a conscript squad is excellent, really. They're so durable that added damage from a weapon makes them a very solid unit. These guards just getting ripped apart by these Obers. Tosses the frangible there. Pretty rare sight. But did the job. Both the squads end up retreating. And that's fair enough. Once you get to 3 men on guards, you are very at risk of dropping weapons. I mean, the guard pinata is not as bad as it used to be, but I mean, if they've got 4 weapons and less than 4 men, it's a very real chance of them dropping a few of them. And it looks like those conscripts did actually end up picking up that flamethrower, so that is good news for Lotus. And Lotus has actually been doing really good work on the VPs. Pretty much level at this stage. He's definitely crawled his way back into this game. I think maybe he's been taking slightly better engagements in Bulgakov, maybe doing some premature retreats as well. Bulgakov's army, I mean, look at how large it's getting, up to 88 now compared to Lotus's 44. I know he's going to have a massive burst once he gets the 152 out, but still he's going to be about 20 supply even once that comes out. So whilst his map control hasn't been that good, he's just been building up a tremendously large army. Now he's got the Stuka as well, so this will take a while to pay itself off, but he's in it for the long haul here. Going for the Stuka instead of for another tank of some description, and may regret this decision because 152 is about to hit. There's not much that the Stukas can do about that. Long range barrage onto this Maxim. 152 heading in the same direction here, maybe thinking about trying to take down this Shrer HQ. And actually this would be a good time to try and check the sights. That's not as it's not as sightly as I thought it was going to be, honestly. Does this depend on what kind of truck it is? So double rockets need to head in the direction of the 152, but a big push coming in here from Bulgakov. Lots of infantry fighting. Ooh, Grenade almost took out those overs. Oh, we're down goes a Maxim, I believe. I think so. Looks like that flamethrower squad's died as well, but now maybe the Panzer IV is about to go down. Depends on who gets the next shot off. No, Panzer IV misses. Shrek misses as well. Bombing run easily dodged, but the Stuka just wrecks shop there. But in return, I think he's too busy microing his Stuka, forgot about his Panzer IV, just stopped reversing it there. Dice the SU-76. Is that a Maxim? No, that was the flamethrower squad that died in that building. But still, I mean, look at Lotus's forces here. Completely devastated. At the same time, he's got no counter. Bulgakov has very little he can do. This is 152 except for uses Raketins, but even these are quite vulnerable. Getting one shot wiped by the 152. Looks like he decided to back out there. I was surprised, honestly. I think he could have stuck it out there, maybe wiped both of those. Inflicted a bit of bleed there. It's not like there are any snares that he has to worry about from OKW at the moment. But maybe he's thinking there's another tank coming out shortly. It's not too far wrong, 150 fuel. Maybe a good idea for him to get a Jagdpanzer IV. No, I think he's going to go for a Panther. The JP4 is really good if you're making a big push with all your infantry just charging forwards. It's got the same range as the 152. Good rate of fire. You can catch the 152 because even though the 152, I think it does 240 damage when it's in armor piercing mode against tanks, the ammo switch time is so long. that it can cause a big issue if you're charging forward with a massive squad of, you know, like all these overs and Volks and stuff. And you need to be on those HE rounds, and then JP4 is just ripping into your 152. It's a really tough decision you have to make. Oh man, all of those Raketen shells they're penetrating, and that is going to put this 152 out of commission for ages. He's got one combat engineer squad, no veterancy, and they're half dead. Oh, and down goes that. He just recruited that as well. Max him down. So now Lotus's forces dire straits here. Bulgakov's army, superior army size, really showing off what it's made from. Yep, so Bulgakov is indeed going for a Panther and another Goliath. Remember, you can build Goliaths from every HQ. So if you're busy trying to build, you know, a unit from maybe your command HQ, you can build it from the rest of your trucks as well. So no need to hold up Goliath production by trying to build it all from the one structure. Build it from any truck. Man, these overs are just ripping in here. Now behind heavy cover though. Okay, yeah, okay, here's a grenade finally. Oh, frangible in fact. And then he throws the bundle grenade behind it. It's rather cheeky. Oh, he's about to run into this mine. Oh, and they dropped the LMG! Oh man, that is a... Well, it depends on who gets it, but I think it's going to be Lotus. I mean, he's right outside his base. And man, he's been getting some good luck here with his conscripts being able to pick up weapons. Now LMG-34, this is the dream weapon. Probably the strongest weapon you can pick up in the game. Oh, but maybe the Panther's going to try to come and park on top of it? No. That's what you can do sometimes with your tanks. If there's a drop weapon, you can park your tank on top of it, and then the player can't actually click on the weapon. They can't pick it up. Maybe I should include that in micro tips and tricks, actually.
Battle damage estimates show the enemy at 300 points.
Double overs, man, these things are deadly. How is this one doing? 34 kills, yep, and this one reasonably fresh, only got 4 kills. I think this has been on the field for the longest, and then the other one was the second longest, the one that died to that mine. But honestly, that is something you do rely on as Soviets in the current meta, just spamming mines everywhere and hoping you get lucky wipes, because conscripts have a lot of trouble dishing it out otherwise. And this could be another guard wipe here. Got a Goliath sitting ready. No, he spots it. Doesn't manage to kill it though. The detection range on them is not great. And there he goes, throws a guard grenade, but he doesn't actually kill it. I didn't realize that the Goliath had so much health that it could survive a grenade. 152 in the meantime, trying to get around these Raketans. Maxim stole the Maxim, in fact, sitting up there, and that is the IL-2 precision bombing run. Or maybe going to hit the Panther? It did heavy damage to the Panther, killed one of the Raketans. Kind of shame he backed this 152 out so far. Rearmor with the Panther exposed. Is he going to find it here? Much slower than the Panther, remember. And there's a shoe mine right on the base door. Oh no. No, he decides not to chase all the way into base. But yeah, that was a bit of a misplay there. He not backed his 152 out so far. I mean, that was a devastating bombing run. Probably could have killed that Panther there. This is interesting play here. Use the SC-76 barrage to target the base. And what's this stupid brick going to target? He's trying to target the SC-76. I mean, it can do pretty good damage to the SC-76, but I think the rocket scatter there was kind of exactly wrong. Probably did the least amount of damage it possibly could. And are these guys going to pick up the flank or no? Still sitting there. Look at this, man. These conscripts, Vet 3, and they've only got 3 kills. And I imagine a few of those kills are since they picked up that LMG. They were doing some damage to that Raketin just before. Shows how little stopping power conscripts have currently. Double overs, chasing away all these guards. Lotus has a lot of fuel, but he's been bleeding so much manpower from all these squads, especially his guards. Guards very expensive to upkeep. And the old trick was always to merge your conscripts into your guards. But I don't think we've seen that happen. Not sure how if that's changed since all the veterancy changes. Since veterancy actually started working. Not sure if the conscript models actually keep their offensive bonuses or if they go with squads bonuses.
Our enemy has only 200 points.
And there's the JP4 for Bulgakov. And wow, straight away he gets buttoned. He's doing some very, very poor maneuvering with it. Could go down here. 152 needs another shot. Probably going to miss it though. Very small target size for the JP4. Quite hard to hit from long range. Now Panther coming in on the flanks. Snow's going straight on for some reason. About to lose that Raketin. Double overs. So the SC-76 is about to go down, and he's gone for a T-7. He needs that tank to try and deal with these overs. His guards is bleeding too much. He just force everything away, but kill anything apart from this Raketin. And he bled a lot from all these guard squads. Of course, you got to remember that OKW repairs much faster than Soviet repairs. Oh, bit of friendly fire there. Now Panther's coming in, trying to maybe get the rear armor of the 152. It's going to settle for killing the T-70 though. A lot of low health vehicles here, but as I was saying, OKW repairs vastly superior to Soviet repairs. Probably a little bit unfair in that respect, because Sturms needed those fast repairs when they used, they used to cost a lot more expensive to reinforce. Needed the repairs of 2 squads. Even though they are quite expensive in terms of POCAP these days, price has definitely decreased, so maybe their repair speed needs to decrease. As you can see here, Panther, I mean, what was that? It was on 1 health from death, 1 shot from death, so that's about 700 HP, got repaired up there in the blink of an eye. It's 152. Looks like he's splitting the repair time here. Probably a better idea to try and repair up the SC-76 first. Try and keep these anti-tank guns at bay and then go for the 152. But anyway, both these OKW tanks back up to full. ready to rumble once again. And Bulgakov, despite having a rather, still a rather large army advantage, about 20 supply, he's been ahead for the last maybe quarter of an hour. Hasn't translated that into VP control, but it all comes down to whether he can use his army to try and knock out these two vehicles, and as soon as he does that, Lotus is going to be in big trouble. And these overs now up to Vet 4, that's when they get suppression. So lucky that those conscripts are behind heavy cover, otherwise they'd probably be suppressed right now. Conscripts with the LMG-34, there's no match for the overs with the LMG-34.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Oh, especially two squads of LMG overs. Anyway, still on Maxim here, taking a bit of damage. She's 76 duking out against the Jagdpanzer. Here comes the... Oh, that was a pretty good hit there by the Stuka. Looks a lot of manpower bleed. He's about to lose his Su-76. Panther's also in trouble. No, he's backed away with the JP4, and so has the Su-76. So both sides disengaging there. The thing is now though that the Su-76 already at max veterancy. It's not going to get any more effective from here, whereas both of these tanks still Vet 1. So these guys still have room to scale. It's only the 152 has room to scale here for the Lotus. So perhaps in these engagements they both end up retreating slightly to Bulgakov's favour, and of course you gotta remember he can go all the way to Vet 5. And the Panther also very effective once it hits Vet 2, that's when it gains its health and armour bonus. And 160 more health, which means it takes one more tank shot to kill it. It's plus 10% armour, which means on top of the already extremely high armour, makes it very tough. And there we get to see the Vet 4 over suppression there going to town on those guards. I mean, you're spending a lot of munitions here trying to keep these units pegged in base at the moment. But their retreat path is really short.
T-70 light tank has arrived.
It looks like most of these guards are actually not firing here due to the hedge blocking their sight. And that's a fresh T-70. It's definitely part of Lotus' strategy. And T-70 is good in these late game situations. He's hurting for manpower but not for fuels. So T-70's low manpower cost is a really big benefit to Lotus right now. So he's really hurting for manpower. Upkeeping all these guards is very expensive. And I bet you he's wishing he had secure mode right now. But at the same time, both players now, I mean, they have a massive surplus of fuel. VPs are the hottest commodity. And is that is the sector assault coming in. He's managed to place it very deep into Lotus' territory. Now I believe you need line of sight for this. But it's actually very effective, as you can see there. The planes coming in there, pinning all those squads, and then the bombs coming in with a lot of damage, as well as a Stuka. But yeah, I mean, I think one squad of guards just went down there to those Overwatch artillery bombs. Down goes Su-76, 152 still in the danger zone. I think they can come back for one more bombing run. Or have they been shot down? Might have been shot down by the You know, I mean, I've barely seen this ability used. Anyway, forgetting about that, 152 is about to go down to this Panther. His buttons hasn't been marked though, and I feel like that's perhaps Lotus's mistake so far. I don't think I've seen him use mark. He's had the munitions to do so. He's lost something over here, and there we go, gets to surrender. So yeah, I mean, sector assault, they seem to be pretty damn effective. Wiped a squad of guards there, pinned all those troops. I mean, there was 3 squads there that had to retreat thanks to that sector assault pin. But yeah, I'm not sure. I need to look that ability up, see what it actually does. But yeah, I think Lotus, I mean, he definitely was in the game. Despite his terrible start, he had really good Maxim plate, which really pinned Bulgakov off. And I think Bulgakov perhaps a bit late getting his tier 4 down. Definitely hurt him a bit. But then these overs ultimately just bleed a lot less manpower than the guards. And I think that's, you know, his army just kept creeping up, whereas Lotus kept creeping down. It's quite hard to use a T-70 in the face of a Panther and a JP4, and of course Shreks. Anyway, yeah, but I mean, nice to see some off meter play here by Bulgakov using the Overwatch and those Goliaths. Just devastating. I think he got like 4 or 5 wipes with the Goliaths. So there you go. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap on that. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.